Name. Om Namaschandikaya Swaha. Over the eastern side, right? Yeah. Continue clockwise. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Of a handful of the mixed up Google sugar rice. Sprinkle around. Om Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. All right. Do Achman 3 times. Om Sarva Papharang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Grihitam Purushotamaha Brahmagneye Namah Achmanam Samarpayami. Take a flower and fan the fire towards the murtis 5 times. Om Banaspati Rasudbhuto Gandhadhyu Gandhu Uttama Agreyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam. Put it by the fire one side right here, by the fire. All right. Bow to the flame 5 times. Om Brahmagneye Namaha. All right, take a flower and we concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamai Sepite Surpujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karutu Karyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Bole si Mahalakshmi Mata ki jai. Offer it on Tabari Diya. Yeah, bow to the flame. Sita, Jai Jai Ganapati. Bole si Raja Ramachandra ki jai. So devotees, we have completed simple puja. As I mentioned, we'll be doing Ramayana Katha. But we'll have just 2 bhajans and then we'll begin with Katha. Then we'll do Devi bhajan.
Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai, Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai. Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare, Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare, Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare, Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare. Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai. Lambodar Pitambar Sohe, Parimali Mukatanayan Ratanari. Lambodar Pitambar Sohe, Parimali Mukatanayan Ratanari. Gajamali Mala Gale Braja Sohe, Gajamali Mala Gale Braja Sohe, Bala Lala Me Chandra Kalali, Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare, Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Hare. लेत देत जननी जब तुम कचल कनु पुर जनकारी. मूरत लेत देत जननी जब तुम कचल रिधि सिद्धि दो चवर दुलावत, रिधि सिद्धि दो चवर दुलावत, सुर समोहल के भूत सुकारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे, गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय 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 गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय।
जगदम्बिके सुन लो मेरी प्रार्थना, लाई मैं तब बीत में मुझको ही माँ स्वीकारना, मातेश्वरी जगदम्बिके
Sri Raja Ramachandra ki jai. So devotees, we prepare ourselves for Ramayana Katha, we do invocation. I would like you to all assume an attitude of prayer. Let's try to visualize Bhagwan Sri Ram, Arishakti Sri Sita Ma. Om Neelam Bhujasham Maluko Malangam Sita Samarupitu Bhama Bhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Rakubansanatham. Om Sri Sita Ramachandraya Namo Namaha. Concentrate on that divine. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Sri Saraswatyaya Namah. Om Sri Sita Ramachandraya Namo Namah. Om Shannu Mitraha Sham Varunah Shannu Bhavata Aryama Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shannu Vishnu Rurukrama Namo Brahmane Namastivayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritang Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmahamavatu Tadavataramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Varnanamartha Sanghana Rasanam Chandasahamapi Mangalanam Chakarataru Vande Vani Vinayako. Ramayana Sumiran. Jehi Sumirat Siddhahu Gananayak Karivara Badana Karahu Anutahasu Udirashi Shubha Guna Sadana Mukaho Hi Bacha Girivardhana Jasu Kripa Sudaya Dravo Sakala Kalimalatahana Nila Sarorusha Yaruna Bahari Janayana Karo Sumama Uradham Sada Chir Sahakara Shayana Kunda Indu Samadeha Karunayana Jahidina Paraniha Karahu Kripa Maradanayana Bando Guru Padatan Asinhu Nararupa Hari Mahamuha Tamaku रविकर निकर। ॐ मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। हरिः ओं तत्सत्। ओं श्री सीतारामचन्द्राय नमो नमः। दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता, जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। एक काली जगमाता, काली जगमाता, काली जगमाता, काली जगमाता। जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। जय श्री दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती, दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती, दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। काली जगमाता, काली जगमाता। एक काली जगमाता, काली जगमाता। जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। जय श्री दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता। We concentrate on Bholenath, दीनदयालु कृपा सागर भक्त वत्सल महामंत्र पंचाक्षर एक ओंकार प्रणव। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां। ओम नमः शिवाय पाहि मां। ओम नमः शिवाय रक्ष मां। श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय. Devotees, the highest objective in life we have been mentioning time and again, and we have established, is to attain to that state of freedom from bondage. And we put it in different ways, whether it's moksha, whether finding God, however we put it, the objective is the same. The journey is towards discovery of our true nature, aham brahmasmi. Until we reach to that realization that aham brahmasmi, I am one with divinity, my true nature is divinity, then we are living in the world of duality. We are caught up in the world of duality, pain, pleasure, success, failure, birth, death, etc. So we are all in the journey, we pray, we make various sacrifices, but how do I know when I'm going to find that Lord? Certain signs are given to us, certain devotees, certain signposts are established. But the sages have always craved for that darshan of the Lord, Akhya Hari Darshan Ki Pyasi. And the question is always asked, when will I find that master of mine? Kab aungi mohe Ram? Hari he raham milan kab hoy, sandesh wahala gire. Hari he raham milan kab hoy, sandesh wahala gire. Hari he Ram milan kab hoy, sandesh wahala rahe. Hari he Ram milan kab hoy, sandesh wahala rahe. Hari he Ram milan kab hoy. नि इंद्रियन पहिया, देहिया रचव में इंद्रियन पहिया. भव के पंथ चलिया, भव के पंथ चली, संदेश वाला रहे. हरि हे राम मिलन कब हो, संदेश वाला रहे. हरि हे राम मिलन कब हो. पापनिशी ने जीवन इंद्रिय, पापनिशी ने जीवन इंद्रिय. भजन के भोर भैया, भजन के भोर भई, संदेश वाला रहे. हरि हे राम मिलन कब हो. पुराण ग्रंथ बहु व्यंजन, वेद पुराण ग्रंथ बहु व्यंजन. पाकर व्यंजन बहिया, पाकर व्यंजन बही, संदेश वाला रहे. हरि हे राम मिलन कब हो, संदेश वाला रहे. हरि हे राम मिलन कब हो. आहा जागृत स्वप्न सुसुप्ति तुरिया जागृत स्वप्न सुसुप्ति तुरिया जितो तब राम मिलिया जितो तब राम मिलिया संदेश हरि हे राम मिलन तब संदेश हरि हे राम मिलन तब संदेश So devotees, how do I know? What is the journey? The journey starts on the outside, but has to go to the inside. And each person has to analyze. The journey doesn't end by just the physical offerings that you make. I have mentioned to you that we are told, yes, God is all pervasive, but Chanak Maharaj has mentioned that, making a comparison, God is not any murti, whether it's iron, whether it's golden, whether it's stone, whatever it may be. Where is God? God is in our feelings and in our thoughts. So I could have whatever murti. If I don't have that Lord in my feelings, in my thoughts, then He is nowhere for me. We have to understand that. If I have my Lord in feelings, in thoughts, then He is in every single atom of creation. And if I don't have Him there, then He is nowhere for me. So in other words, it goes back to the individual. And when we understand what feelings, thoughts and so on, it goes beyond the outside physical offerings. The offerings are important. But you see, remember, patram pushpam phalam toyam, yome bhaktya pariyachati, tadaham bhaktu prahitam prashnami pretatmanaha. Now, this last word I like to remind people what it means. Prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha. Sinless mind. Sinless mind. If one is in this state of mind, the Lord says, I personally appear to partake of whatever is offered to me. Personally. It means that He comes in a form. And if the mind is not sinless, so to speak, you could offer what? It doesn't really matter to Him, because God is never hungry, He's never thirsty, etc. So we have said this over and over again, just a reminder. So all the fasting that we do, the various sacrifices that we make, many think you're doing it for Durga Ma. Durga Ma didn't tell you to fast, You're fasting for yourself. To do what? To overcome the negativities and to take yourself to that state, prayatatmanaha, sinless mind, pure mind. And there's nothing like fasting, pilgrimage, etc. All these various rituals we carry out. The ultimate objective is to purify us, take us to that state, closer and closer to divinity. So the bhajan says, when will I meet my Lord? In the world of duality, the body is like a chariot, we go traveling all different directions. Many times we do kirtan bhajan, Ved Puran, Granth Bahu Byanjan, Pakar Byanjan Bahi. The Vedas, the holy books have given to us various strategies. We all know them. This yag, that yag, this fasting, that fasting. So we do all those things, but yet still we are in bondage. Why? As I've explained to you before, we do all these things with a particular material objective in mind. You want this, you want that, you want this, you want that. So once you put with that objective, where are you going to get those objectives fulfilled? Not right here in this world. So you're not going to get liberation. You're binding yourself more. The more you pray for material things, the more you bind yourself. And so all the pujas and so on we do, many people pray because they are particular. Nothing is wrong. You will get your desires fulfilled, but you are not going to get liberation. You've been bonded still. So you have to continue the process of birth and death. And there are 6 modifications of the human body. Right? What are they? Your birth, existence, growth, maturity, decay, and death. Every one of us goes through these 6 processes. And everyone has pain in it. Everyone is painful. But remember when we do Pratha Smaran Shiv Stotram, Namadi Bhedarhitam Sharbhava Shunyam. Shiva, and who is Shiva? Atma. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Beyond name, beyond modifications of the body, that is a state of total freedom from bondage. That is what we call moksha. But devotees, how do I know when I'm reaching there? So we remember that there are 4 states of consciousness: Jagrata, Swapna, Susupti, and Turiya. So when we did Ganesha Third Vasirsha, I mentioned to you, we read it, Bhagwan Ganesh, Guntrayatitaha, Dehatrayatitaha, Avastha Trayatitaha, Kal Trayatitaha. That Lord, whereas Mahaganapati, Sri Ram, whichever form of divinity, beyond the 3 gunas, gunatit. So we have to understand, most of us are caught up in Sat Rajantam. Yes. And to pray and so on, we need to be in Sattvic Prakriti. Not Rajas, with the mind jumping all over. And Tamas, laziness, lethargy, sluggishness. When we have to pray, we must be in Sattva Prakriti. But even Sattva Prakriti won't take you to God. You have to go beyond Sattva, Gunatita, beyond the 3 gunas. For that Lord is Gun Trayatitaha, beyond the 3 gunas. Deha Trayatitaha, beyond the 3 bodies. Avastha, of relevance to us. We say there are 4 states of consciousness: Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. But here we are being told Gun Trayatitaha, the 3 lower states of consciousness. Bhagwan, O Lord, you are beyond that. You are the state of Turiya. So Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti, and then Turiya. Devotees, we have mentioned time again, I'm reminding you all, and you can just reflect upon it and go it over. There are 7 levels of ignorance and 7 levels of wisdom. The 7 levels of ignorance are comprised of the 3 lower gunas. State of consciousness. Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. So just to touch it, we're not going to explain. There is Bija Jagrat, Maha Jagrat, Jagrat. Swapna Jagrat, Swapna, and Jagrat Swapna, or Swapna Jagrat. And then you have Susupti. These 7, they make up 7 levels of ignorance. And beyond that, you have 7 levels of wisdom, Gyan. And as I've mentioned time and again, the first level of wisdom, Gyan, what are called Shubhecha, spiritual inquiry. Spiritual inquiry. So the blueprint is here for us. If I have not reached to this point of trying to question, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And even if I ask these questions, but I answer the questions in a material sense, that I am doctor this, I am pandit that, I am whoever, in a material sense, you're still lost. You're in a state of ignorance. Now, I like to mention this because many people speak of Gyan. What is Gyan? The first stage in Gyan is spiritual inquiry. And not a vaps that once in a while when trouble take you, you start a question. No, it is your nitya. So spiritual Shubhecha, then Vicharana, deep reflection, Tanumanasi. Now, in all the journeys so far, you might not know the names, but these are the steps that we go through. Tanumanasi, Asam Shakti, Sattapati, Padartha Bhavana, Turiya, 7 levels. Turiya, total absorption in divinity. You're free from all bondage. Now, why am I saying this? It's because you have to ask yourself, where are you? So, just put it simply, if you have not yet reached to the point of spiritual inquiry, we are still in ignorance. This is why we keep praying all the time, Hey Shardema, Agyanta se hame tarne ma. Save me from ignorance, Mother. Many of us may think ignorance is not knowing. Correct. Not knowing what? Not knowing what is the absolute truth. We are caught, we are lost in it. Caught up in all material things. And we all know, devotees, we all know that a lot of these things, not everything at some point causes pain. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes causes pain. But you know what? We still gravitate towards those things. We like pain. But no problem, right? That pain at some point will turn you away and go towards that point. But this is the journey. So each person, again, we have been saying, you're on your own. When you do your pujas, your so on, whatever, you've got to ask yourself, where am I at? Now, you don't have to ask where anybody else is at. Because if you do that, you're down the ladder. You're minding somebody else's business. Mind your own business. Where am I at? Not everybody will say, God, God, God will reach God. It is a journey of transformation from a state of materialism to a state of spirituality. From a state of duality, multiplicity, to a state of oneness with the Lord. So in other words, you have to wait for someone to tell you. I'm putting it to you as a mirror. See where you are at. And I've just given you the basic first stage in Gyan, spiritual inquiry. Asking yourself, you have this urgent, intense yearning to know, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Etc., etc. And then when you reach to that point, then you go deeper now to deeper reflection, vicharana. And you begin the journey towards that state of Turiya. So you have to ask yourself if you're there. Many people hear these things and say, yes, I dare. Just remember, you're alone. If you fool yourself, you fall right back down. So all these practices we are carrying out here, they are aimed at helping us to go to that state. To that state. Withdrawal. And this is where Ashtanga Yoga comes into, Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana. Dharana, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. You go deeper and deeper to your true Nitya. Now, devotee, you don't have to die to reach there. They were called Deha Mukti and Videha Mukti. Liberation while you embodied. That is Deha Mukti, like Raja Janak. And Videha Mukti, you give up the body. And like a drop of water thrown into the ocean becomes the ocean. Sayujya, you merge in oneness with the divine. That state of liberation depends upon what we want. The Sankadik, they ask to always remain in a form. Liberated, not caught up in anything, but Lord, we always want to glorify you. So we don't want to merge in oneness with you physically. We want to have this identity, but always to worship you. It all depends on the individual. And devotees, if I may impose my feeling on you, I feel that this is, to me, very attractive. To always have this opportunity to glorify that Master. Forget everything else, be in oneness with Him. Through His glorification. It's a state of ecstasy. It's beautiful. But each of us might be different. So devotees, I just thought I'll put this to all of us, for us to understand what life's journey is all about. And until you come to this state, this is what I mean by top spinning in mud. You go through all kinds of processes. Remember Guru Puran says, if you could remember, they dip you in hot oil and they take you out, they dip you in hot oil and take you out. This is what is meant by that. There are times when things are okay, and there are times when you're burning in hot oil, in the cauldron of the world of duality. All of us. And the only time you can get out of it, when you reach to that state. So devotees, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what your destination is, you won't know when you reach. So I'm putting it to all of you. Another Navratri has come by. We have the opportunity to worship and so on and so forth. So now you have to ask yourself, Shivratri was just recent. From then to now, where have you reached? Have you progressed at all? You have to analyze yourselves. You, each person, in your own journey. Devotees, the Lord manifested Himself to set, examples for us. Patterns, principles to follow. So tonight I'm going to take a discourse from Balkand, Childhood Activities of Sri Ram. A simple little Leela, but it's very deep. So we begin from the point where the Lord manifested Himself in 4 forms. To Kaushalya Ma, Sri Ram was born, as we say. Kaikeyi, she had Bharat. And Sumitra, Lakshman and Shatrughan, twins. So these 4 sons caused great joy to Dasharatha's heart, who had no children. Sorry, I should say no sons. He had one daughter only whose name was Shanta. He did tapasya, he did whatever action, he got married 3 times to have sons, but only with the intercession of the Guru, performance of Putreshti Yagya, that these 4 sons were born to Dashrath. And these 4 sons are Lord in human form. Now devotees, we have mentioned that when the Lord manifests, there are times he performs Leelas as a man, and there are times he performs Leelas as divinity. So I refer to these two, Tatas Lakshan and Swarup Lakshan. Tatas Lakshan, when the Lord behaves as a man amongst men, and Swarup Lakshan, divinity, true nature, as man. So we'll follow here, Tatas Lakshan, how the Lord behaves. But in it, you're going to see Swarup Lakshan, how he demonstrates his divine power. Kaushalyama devotees, ecstatic in a state of bliss, joy, having no sons, but then to have a son like Sri Ram. Yaghivalak Muni Singh Bharadwaji, listen. Kagbhushund, speaking to Garuji. Bhagwan Shankar relating Katha to Goddess Parvati. Tulsidas, very beautifully he wrote.
घन कौशल्या निश दिन चतन सूत स्नेह बस मतु सब बाल चरित कर घनसिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरण।
याज्ञवल्क्य मुनि बोले, हे भरद्वाज जी, कौशल्या माता ऐसी प्रेम में मग्न है कि रात दिन जाति नहीं जानती, और सब माता पुत्रों की स्नेह वश हो बाल चरित्रों की गीत बनाकर गाती है। याज्ञवल्क्य मुनि सिंह भरद्वाज जी, माता कौशल्या in a state of ecstasy, born out of love, premami, the love that a mother will have for her child. The type of love the child will cause in the mother's heart, prem, love. And such was the state of ecstasy, in that state of love. Raat din jati nahi janti. She could not have told the difference between day and night. Time just flew past. And devotees, this is pure divine love. But we all know what we call love many times is infatuation. So when a young man and a young girl fall in love, as you say, they could sit and talk for months. Time passed like lightning. And when they get married, one day like a hell. And? Strange, huh? Better you are married. Just talk for the rest of your life. See, something goes wrong with our thinking, but let's not stray. Time doesn't fly, time doesn't drag, as we say. It's a state of mind. A state of mind, and everything goes within. Leave it up to you. When in a state of ecstasy, love, positivity, time flies. All the mothers, devotees, enjoy that ecstasy. And what they would do, they made up little compositions that they would sing. And your mothers love to sing for the children, even if the mother can't sing good. But she still sings for her children, whatever it may be. Right? Mata Kaushalya devotees, Sumitra Ma Kaikai, each one enjoying ecstasy with their own sons. Here Mata Kaushalya with Sri Ram. Visualize that Sri Ram devotees. Who is Sri Ram?
He Ram, he Gunadham, Raghava Sundara Ram, Janaki Jeevan Ram, he Ram, he Gunadham, हे राम हे गुणधाम। राघव सुंदर राम, जानकी जीवन राम, हे राम हे गुणधाम। कौशल्या तनय रघुकुल राम, कौशल्या तनय रघुकुल राम, अयोध्या शिरोमणि दशरथ राम, अयोध्या शिरोमणि दशरथ राम, जय जय राम जय श्री राम। जय जय राम जय श्री राम। हे राम हे गुणधाम। हे राघव सुंदर राम, जानकी जीवन राम, हे राम हे गुणधाम। हे राम हे गुणधाम, हे राम हे गुणधाम।
Devotees, words are insufficient to express the type of ecstasy that Mata Kaushalya would experience. So we just stay within our limitations. She was ecstatic. Time passed. As we say, days just flew past. Something special happened one day. Yagyavalak Muni said, Bharadwaj, listen.
एक बार जननी अन्न वाही, करी श्रृंगार पलना आई। निज कुल इष्ट रामा, निज कुल इष्ट देव भगवान, Ram Sri Ram, Jaya Ram Sri Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Sri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram Ram, Jaya Jaya Sita Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. एक बार माता ने स्नान कराई, श्रृंगार कर पलना में श्री रामचंद्र जी को लिटा दिया और फिर अपने कुल के इष्ट देव भगवान की पूजा के हेतु पकवान किया. This particular occasion, devotees, we speak of, it is said Mata, as was her normal custom, she bathed Sri Ram, she dressed Sri Ram, she fed Sri Ram, and she put him to sleep in the palna. Now, I don't want to elaborate too much, but just remember that when we do puja and so on, some similar actions we carry out. Similar actions. When you offer the panchamrit, you offer the water, etc. Same thing you're doing. But Mata Kaushilya had the opportunity to not worship Murti, the Lord himself, in human form. So devotees, but at that point in time, she's not thinking, well, this is God. This is my son. So with love in her heart, as only mothers can do. And just bear in mind, Mata Yashoda would have many servants and so on and so forth. But notice, she didn't call his servant to bear the child, to feed the child, to dress the child. She did it herself. Herself. Now I know sometimes circumstances, many mothers working and so on, so you have the babysitters and so on, and have to help and whatever. Yes. But otherwise, whenever you have the opportunity, it's good to do it yourselves. There's a different bonding from an energy perspective between mother and child. That won't be the same thing as between babysitter and child, between nanny and child, between aji and child, etc. Ma, this is why you are ma. Okay? This is why you are mother. So devotees, Mata Kaushilya didn't compromise that. She didn't miss the opportunity. Rare opportunity, unique. So you can imagine her joy. So we leave that, those thoughts, you think about it, how she would feel, the ecstasy. And unfortunately, as a man, I will never understand how that feels. Never understand how it feels, how a mother would feel. I mean, sometimes you beat a grandchild, you never beat a children, you beat a grandchild, whatever. You get a nice joy, but you could imagine if a mother, how a mother would feel by doing this. Devotee, this is why mothers are blessed. You are blessed. You are all blessed. This is why you see Nau Raatri. Who we worship? Ma, Devi. Devi. Right? And as we have been saying, not a blade of grass moves without energy Shakti. This is how important you people are. Mothers, sisters and daughters. Very important. Society cannot function without you all. This mother devotee is demonstrating to us. And to whom much is given, much is expected. And who makes a lot of sacrifice, they gain a lot. So mothers, synonymous. Ma, synonymous with sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice? Self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice. You give up your own joys, your own comforts, etc. for your children's sake. Most times. You have exceptions, of course. When carnival time comes, for instance. You have exceptions. All right? So devotees, well, once say carnival, Indian carnival to Phagwa. And they call Phagwa Indian carnival. Stupidity. Devotees, so there's one point I want to make here also, and we'll proceed. This relationship between Mata Kaushilya and Sri Ram, between a mother and God. Now Hinduism teaches different relationships with God. So this one is called Vatsal Bhav, where the devotee becomes the parent and God becomes the child. Now notice, we say Matri Deva Bhava, Pitri Deva Bhava. From the child's perspective, mother is God, father is God. But now the rare case where that individual is blessed, that devotee becomes a parent and the Lord becomes a child. And this is what Mata Yashoda is doing here. Vatsal Bhav. The devotee is worshipping the Lord as a mother taking care of her child. And if you go to Bhagavad Mahapuran, when Brahma took away all the children and so on, and Bhagavan appeared in the forms of all the children, and all these children went home as usual, beautiful Bhagavad Katha, and the kind of love and ecstasy that existed 1 year in that village of Braj never existed before, no after. What we are trying to put to all of us now, yes, children are various manifestations of the Lord Himself. We see them like that. And when you take care of, the children like that, it's like the Lord you are serving. If you can think like that. If you can think like that. Now, especially when they are babies. When they grow up to be big, hardback old horse or something, you can't think them, you can't see them as, they have their own gamand and so on. You feel pong them that time. But when they're young and small, that love is there, inexpressible. Yeah? So devotees, we always ask you to analyze yourself. What is your relationship with God? God could be a friend, Sakhya Bhav, like Sudama, Arjun, Bhagavan Krishna, Nishad, Sri Ram. God, mother and father, we all know that. God could be a child, in this case, Yashoda Maya, Dashrath, Kaushalya Maya. God, a beloved, like the gopis and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. God could be a beloved, like Meera and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That's what they call, devotion through confrontation. Advesha, Vidvesh Bhakti. Like Ravan, Kans, they were also devotees. But their devotion was in the form of hate. And we have explained this already. This might sound very strange. We say do things with love. But Bhagavan says, think of me constantly. And I've made a point, if you hate someone intensely, that person is in your mind day and night. If you love someone intensely, that person is also in your mind day and night. But if you can't hate intensely, don't go along that pathway. Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, Kans, day and night the Lord was in their mind. Day and night. As a man thinketh, so he becometh. So it's not what you do, no devotees. Remember what I said when we started? The Lord must be in your feelings and in your thoughts. If He's not here, you could do what you want. You achieve very little, if anything at all. Okay? So here, you can all this attitude born out. Mata Kaushalya, in a state of ecstasy, forgetting everything else, worshipping, taking care of her child. She saw it as a mother's responsibility. In deeper sense, we are seeing it as the devotee worshipping the Lord. So devotee, she put Sri Ram to sleep. And now, the mothers would know, those of you who multitask and who could multitask, what you do. When the baby is asleep, then you find time to do whatever else. Right? You don't wait for anybody to come and help you. When the baby is asleep, you have this strategy. Put him to sleep. And then you find time to do what you have to do. There are many, I'm not digging any kind of chicken fire and thing, But you have many waiting. The husband is here. Nobody here to help me. I can't do nothing. What happened? You're helpless? You can try. You can find. You have the capacity to so do. I'm not saying others shouldn't help. But if you sit down to wait for that help, you do nothing. You do nothing. And you blame the whole world. Mata Yashoda, look what Kaushalya, what she is doing. Put Sri Ram to sleep. When the child is asleep, now she decided, I could pray. I could go in and do my puja. And notice she just worshipped God, but that wasn't her thinking. So she went to the kitchen and she performed, she prepared her prasadam and so on. She wanted to worship Ishtadev, Nijakul Ishtadev. Ishtadev, who is Ishtadevta, devotees? Ishtadevta is that choice, who you choose to worship. But that race of Dashrath is solar race. So their Ishtadevta was Suraj Narayan. Suraj Narayan. I just thought I'll mention it to you. So she prepared all ingredients and so on, prasad and so on, and she decided to go and do puja. The baby sleeping. And she would know when he pulled a deep nap, maybe an hour, right? So let me do my puja. So Mata Kaushalya put Sri Ram to sleep, and she went to perform puja. करी पूजा ने वेद्य चढ़ाव आप गई जह पत बनव बहुरी मातुत चलाई राम भोजन करत दीख सुत जाई राम बहुरी मातुत वचली आई भोजन करत दीख सुत जाई पूजा करके नैवेद्य चढ़ाया और जहाँ पाक बनाया था वहाँ आप गई। फिर जब माता वहाँ गई तो अपने पुत्र श्री रामचंद्र जी को भोजन करते देखा। माता performed the puja, she made the offerings and so on. Afterwards she returned to the kitchen. Of course, when you finish doing your puja and so on, you clean up, you pack up, right? Well, that's a little technique. Sometimes we do one thing, leave everything, right? You know? All others impurities. You see, small things people may think is very irrelevant. But if I do my havan and so on in my temple, and I leave the dirty thali there, I leave the dirty spoon there, what that is? Not jotha? Huh? Now you're doing puja, once you have devotion, what about all this? Cleanliness is next to godliness. So the right thing to do would be to clean up, pack up. That is part of the puja also. Let's think about it. And the only time we tell people to leave when we do a puja and bedi, leave the bedi for a while because that is energy, allow energy to dissipate. And then later, maybe, you can clear out everything, clean out everything. Right? So, devotees, all small little things I keep mentioning, like the wheel nuts in that tie in the vehicle of life. Many things we take for granted, but we lose out. There's a vibration in every single thing. And jutha, negative vibrations. Jutha. Now I don't want to choke ansness or jackspanianness, but this is why we keep saying, when we sit through puja, we sit in yagya, whatever, why are you eating and drinking? And that has become the norm. Even the pandits sit on the singhasan, gobble on by the bottle of water. People say talking, it will see nothing. Jutha boy, negative vibration. Right? When devotees go to the temple with their own water and so on, and puja going on, you know what I've been saying? Just now those sarapas, snacks and vinya going on, girl. Everything is eating, drinking. And Tulsidas made that point in the Ramayana. In Kali Yuga, parents will teach their children the religion of the belly. Only how much to eat and drink. No self-sacrifice. An hour and a half, you can't sit and make a sacrifice, you could drop dead. Now we know people sick and so on, you know. I've mentioned like where a yag is, a temple and so on and so forth. When we begin our invocation, Indra Agni Yamane Ritya Varunu Vayure Vacha Kube Reshan Dhataru Anantasya Vidishadiya. During the Shishirvacha, I think I mentioned this at the Yagya. When I spoke of the Dashodikpal Devta, and I spoke of the 10 Devis, Aindri, I can't go back into all that. You consecrate the entire place. The whole place, not only here, the whole place becomes like a mandap. We have to respect it. We have to respect it. But devotees, it is fast dying. Now, is it what you feel to do, you do that. People hungry, people thirsty. I always said, if you're thirsty and so on, go in the back or go outside and drink and come back. Don't bring jutha within the temple. Now, many may not agree with me, and I don't care. I know what I'm telling you. If this was a long time when we practice, they knock you out of your singhasan. You can't do that. But people don't see that. You see, you don't understand jutha. What is jutha? Now, we want to get prasad. Bhagwan, when you offer prasad, that is jutha. His jutha is good. Or when I bring whatever and put it all over, what are you doing? Now, many things, these small things in life cause problems for us and we don't realize it. Yeah, we don't realize it. Now, I'm fully aware of the fact that you could have people who are not well and so on. This is why I could understand, but that doesn't mean say you have to bring your water on the singhasan, on the bedi, inside the temple. There are ways and means you can do what you have to do without desecrating. And if you feel I'm talking nonsense, you want to continue, you continue, bhai. Jaisa karni. So devotees, let's come to the point here now. Mata offered her prasad and so on, and then she returned to the kitchen to put back everything. So I was talking about the putting back thing, no? Right? No jutha, everything clear, clean. All that is part of devotion. And so devotees, shock. When Mata Yashoda entered into the kitchen, what she saw? That Sri Ram she had put to sleep in the palna, who couldn't come out of the palna, he ain't that big enough. She saw him doing what? Eating. Now where would he eat? From where would he eat? Not the pot. Eating from the pot. How he reached on top there? Mata was shocked. How could this happen? Sri Ram, I put him to sleep. He's eating from the pot. She stopped right there, mind confused. She said, you know what? Something is wrong here. Let's listen. Yagivalak Mr. Bharadwaj, follow.
गई जननी शिशुपः भय भीतः गई जननी शिशुपः भय भीता देखा बालक शयन पुनीता सुत सोई हृदय कंप मन धीर न होई राम धीर न होई राम धीर न होई बहुरी मात देखा सुत सोई माता डरती हुई पालने में देखने गई
तो वहां श्री रामचंद्र जी को सोते देखा। फिर पाकशाला में आकर भी अपने पुत्र को देखा। तब हृदय कांप गया, मन में धीर नहीं होता। माता यशोदा was scared, to put it might be an understatement, right? How my son could be here eating when he can't get the palna. So she decided to go back and look in the palna to see if Sri Ram was here, to verify. She returned, dekha palak shayin punita. When she went back to the palna, she saw Sri Ram sound asleep. Sound asleep. Sometimes this is seen as believing. She saw what she couldn't believe. Sri Ram eating, Sri Ram sleeping. Bahuri I dekha sutta soi. She returned to the pakshala, the kitchen, yeah? And to see if Sri Ram was there. Sri Ram was there eating. Came back again to the palna, Sri Ram sleeping. Devotees, if the mother have a strong heart, you know what happened to her there? Two Sri Ram, one eating, one sleeping. How many Sri Rams are there? How many Sri Rams, devotees? Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopal Rama. Hey Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopal Rama. 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 Hey Govinda Rama, Jai Jai Gopal Rama. एक तू राम, जय जय अनेक तू राम. एक तू राम, जय जय अनेक तू राम. गोविंद राम, जय जय गोपाल राम. गोविंद राम, जय जय गोपाल राम. दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. जय जय गोपाल राम. गोविंद राम, जय जय गोपाल राम. दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. हे दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. दुर्गा काली माँ, जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. जय जय गोपाल राम. गोविंद राम, जय जय गोपाल राम. जय जय गोपाल राम. जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. ओ जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. जय जय दुर्गा काली माँ. We all know devotees. Ekatu Rama, Anekatu Rama. Ram Anant Anand Gunani. Sri Ram is infinite, his glory is also infinite. Every single thing we see is a manifestation of the Lord. But here Yashoda, Kaushalya, she's seeing her son Sri Ram. And now this is how the Lord plays with his devotees. It's bonding with his devotees. Sometimes you're scared, whatever, but because of the devotees' love, because of the devotees' attitudes and so on, this kind of bonding takes place. So a wonderful bonding, not only between mother and son. The ordinary son cannot do this. This is now Swarup Swabhav, where the Lord himself acting as the human, as a divinity in human form, impacting upon his mother. He wanted to do something. But here it starts off with Mata confused. Mata was very, very confused. In this state of confusion, devotees, she began to reflect.
बालक देखा मति भ्रम मूरी की आन विषेखा देखी राम जननी अकुलानी देखी राम जननी अकुलानी प्रभु हंसी दीन धुर मुस्कानी प्रभु हंसी दीन धुर मुस्कानी मधुर मुस्कानी राम मधुर मुस्कानी मधुर मुस्कानी राम मधुर मुस्कानी प्रभु हंसी दीन प्रभु हंसी दीन प्रभु हंसी दीन मुस्कानी
यहाँ भी राम वहाँ भी राम। ऐसे दो बालकों को देख कौशल्या जी कहने लगी कि मेरी मति भ्रम है या यह कोई और है। जब श्री रामचंद्र जी ने देखा कि माता व्याकुल है तो प्रभु मधुर मुस्कान से हंस दिए। माता Kaushalya was confused. Sri Ram is here, Sri Ram is there. How many Sri Rams are there? Am I getting mentally deranged or is this something else? And when you live where there are demonic forces around, yes, the thought is sometimes, could it be otherwise? But here the Lord is in this house and devotees. What could be otherwise? So let's not go into that direction. All I like to say that if people worship God, you believe in God, no nonsense could affect you. And it's my experience, many people pray to God and spirit humbug in them. Somebody doing a movie. What nonsense you getting on with? If you believe in God, nothing could affect you. Nothing and nobody. And if you don't believe in God, you're going through motions only, then you look for what you get. That's your choice. So devotees, here the Lord is in this house. What evil force could be there? What evil force could be there? But I just want to put one point to you. Again, it has been my experience. And up to recently, regularly, many people come, and why do you think they will come by upon it? Feel somebody do them something. Feel some evil force. And they come by the wrong pundit with them stupidness. And devotees, I still have to come across one case where that is genuine. Everybody, most of them, nervous breakdown, mentally, mental problems they have. They need to see a psychiatrist. All right? I wouldn't compromise that, and I'm not even going to tell you, yes, spirit I'm bugging you, and fool you, so you're going to get more mad. I've told many, go and see a psychiatrist. I'm not one. All right? And the vote is, I don't want to go in details, no details, but this is very, very prevalent and common in society, and in all religions, all religions. From the time something happened that people can't understand, obia, something supernatural, sick minds, weak minds. And this is why I keep saying, if I see something coiled up in the dark, use the example. The first thought in my mind is what? Snake. Nobody will ever think it could be a piece of rope. Snake first. You know why? We have inherent fears and phobias in every one of us. That is because we are not filled with the power of devotion. If that power of devotion is there, you never see snake, you see rope. No fear. No fear. And all of us like that. Many times we have seen this happening. People believe in stupidness too bad. But I remember, again, this statement comes to mind, Mark Twain. It's better to fool someone than to convince them that they have been fooled. That's my problem, Many people fool so badly, and I'm trying to convince you that you have been fooled. I better fool you. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Because one day to come, it is my belief, you're going to get out of your state of ignorance. And then you'll realize that I have been fooling you. But that is beside the point. Main point is, I don't have that conscience in me to fool anybody. I don't want to do that. Yeah? So whatever I say to you, I say honestly and sincerely. Right? And I still have to come across a case where it is evil. Where it is evil. All my years, 58 years in Panatai, 2 times I think I can tell you. 2 times. I won't go in details. Just 2 times in all these years that something was genuinely otherwise. And if it really happened otherwise, Kapo smoke your 5 years. Don't cry wolf. Why it is when something happened, the first thought in your mind? Evil. Evil, evil, evil. Why not think positively, God testing me? Is the Lord's wish. Why not think like that? Nah, man. This is why sometimes I really wonder, all this what we're doing here, we really praying, boy? It impacting people's minds? You develop that devotion to God? Strange, boy. Strange. Anyway, I have to wrap that around my head and think about it. But I'll try to lose it out. Because I really can't comprehend, why people will think all kind of thing. If you get a headache 2 days, 7 o'clock, somebody do something, hit your band 7 o'clock every day. And all know that? Ah, boy. Mata Kaushalya devotees. First thought was, am I getting mentally deranged? Notice your first thought. Am I getting mentally deranged? In other words, you start looking at yourself first. Then otherwise. Or is it something otherwise? यह कोई और है. But devotees, the Lord, you worship the Lord wouldn't allow anything out to come on him, or otherwise. See, Ram saw his mother in confusion. Kaushalya was a definite, genuine devotee of the Lord. The Lord, he knows everything. He doesn't sleep. He never hungry, whatever. He sees everything without eyes. He's present in all places. Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. The Lord is playing with his devotee in the form of his mother. When she stood here, Kaushalya, and was lost, puzzled, what is this? Am I getting mentally deranged? That child sleeping there now smiled, a beautiful smile. Children smile and they be nice, And I always say, and they have no teeth and thing yet, when they smile, they look very nice. We've got an old man with no teeth and he's smiling. Now we look. Anyway, beautiful baby. Now devotees, perhaps you have been, exposed to this when a child sleeping and he's laughing, he's smiling with God. All I hear that? Now this is God himself. I wonder who he's smiling with. Maybe his mother. His mother was his God. Maybe it's right. But this act of Sri Ram caused further confusion to Mata Kaushalya. Sri Ram smiling now. He's sleeping, smiling, eating there. What is this? What is this? And our devotees, this was the Lord's plan to give his mother special blessing, special gift, special darshan. You have to go through the thing first, no? And when you hold on, you devoted, you don't waver, success comes. Follow my point I'm making. Kaushalya didn't run away. She stood there, right, focusing. What is this? Genuine devotee of the Lord. When you are genuine, the Lord helps you. He extends his hand. That is happening here. The devotees, in a very strange way. When Kaushalya looked at that Sri Ram, his mouth open, he smiled, smiling while asleep. What she saw.
दिखरावा मात ही निज अद्भुत रूप यखन राम अद्भुत रूप यखन रोम रोम प्रति लागे कोटि कोटि ब्रह्मांड सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरण।
माता को अपना आश्चर्ययुक्त अखंड रूप दिखाया जिसके रोम रोम में करोड़ करोड़ ब्रह्मांड लगे है। So all of a sudden, devotees, Mata looking at Sri Ram smiling, but now a transformation took place. Now the devotees, I want to put to you all of us, why do you think we say we have to overcome fear and all these other weaknesses in the path of devotion? Because if certain things were to happen, we've gone through. Fear kills us. Like in this case, now what Mata saw? She saw transformation of that child of hers. Mata ko apna आश्चर्य, much to her amazement, what she saw, akhand roop dikhaya. Akhand roop, akhand means without parts. In other words, he would even put it simply. She saw that infinite Purush, that which is without beginning, without middle, without end. And what is very, very instructive here, even more frightening, जिसके रोम रोम में करोड़ करोड़ ब्रह्मांड लगे हैं. In every pore of that body, she saw countless universes. Now, science right now, they're getting the shock of their life with the Hubble telescope and whatever else, and they go into deep space. And when they believe nothing exists, they're finding things that shock them, and they have not yet found everything. Now that is nothing new to Hindu mind. Here we are saying that Lord is infinite. There is no beginning, no middle, no end to his, to creation itself. Right? Creation is just but a small part of him. He is the substratum of all substrata. Indivisible, without parts. But how we portray it? Virat Swarup. From the human standpoint, for our understanding, countless heads, countless hands, whatever have you. We're going to read about it just now. But here we are saying, in every pore of the body of that child, so to speak, which underwent transformation, countless universes. And countless means you can't count them. Beyond thinking, incomprehensible, achintya. The Gita tells us, where does it begin, where does it end? Devotees, Mata Kaushalya was lost. What is this? Transformation all of a sudden. Now, if you ask yourself, how could that body, whatever was shown to Kaushalya Ma, fit inside the palace? My mind has work all over, you know. If that thing changed to infinite hands and head, how he fit inside the palace, why? So what you have to understand, it is not in this time dimension that she was seeing this. Different time dimension. Now I don't want to go into all that depth, but all this is part of Hinduism, which science will discover time and again. But don't forget, Bhagwan Kal Trayatitaha is beyond time. So what we call time is a conditionality. He's beyond time. That's Supreme Purush. Devotees, and Hinduism is the only religion preaching this. This infinite. Right? Infinite means infinite. No beginning, no middle, no end. Everything we see but a differentiated state. But it's still not him. Everything is in him, but he's not in everything. Meaning what? He's beyond everything. Beyond everything. So Mata Kaushalya had to be blessed with special sight. Remember Arjun? On the battlefield of Kurukshetra? He asked to see that form. And Bhagavan said, you can't see that form with these physical eyes. So I have to give you Divya Drishti, divine sight. But then the point I want to make to you is that if Arjuna had divine sight to see it here, and countless millions in that battlefield, none of them saw it. It cannot be in this time dimension that we know. It had been a different time dimension. I wouldn't explain more than that. These mysteries go beyond man. Not supernatural, not go beyond the man. This is supernatural. This is power. Okay? So, and when you can't go that way, you see dung in the gutter and quarrel about this and that and the other. Think about what powerful devotees, and if you understand what we're saying here, if in every pore of the Lord countless universes exist, where is he missing from? Where is he absent? Huh? Now we see we only talk these things, Right? When Sri Ram asked Vishwamitra to indicate a spot for me to reside, O Holy One, for myself, Sita and Lakshman. In simple, what Valmiki told him. Lord, tell me where you are not. If you can tell me where you are not, then I can indicate to you where to stay. Because I know you to be all-pervading. So why am I saying that? If God all-pervading and you think like that, where are you getting spirit from? Where are you getting Obia from? Where are you getting all this nonsense from? Simply means you're not tuning into the right vibrations. Like a radio man is. Right? Perfect transmitting as well as receiving set. What you tune into is what you pick up. 90.5, you pick up 90.5. 102 point, whatever you pick up 102. In between you get cackle and crackle. But many people get cackle and crackle. But they don't tune in at all. But you have to tune into the right frequency. And whatever happens to you because you have tuned into that frequency, you're causing pain to yourselves. Remember? Man lifts himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. You, each person, every one of us. Nobody else responsible. Nobody else responsible. So devotees, all these points got to understand. When I mentioned to Shivaji, white in color. Why white? White is the basis of all colors. If you pass white light through a prism, PRISM, not the Salvadoran prison, but they carry all know that, right? All the follow news. All right, good. Ignorance is bliss. You get the colors of the spectrum, red, orange, GBIV. If you put all colors together, you get back white. And I made the point to you, the color white symbolizes all pervasiveness. Same thing we're talking about. God pervades every single atom of creation. And if my God is everywhere, why do I fear? What do I have? Any need to fear? Huh? But it's only if I don't believe my God is everywhere, I have fear. I'm superficial. I develop different phobia. I become paranoid. And that is my deficiency, not God. The devotees of God fear nothing. Fear no one. So devotees, bear it in mind. Hinduism preaches, not that God sits in heaven, no? I mean, there you go by your right hand side. God have right hand and left hand. Hari Bhyapak Sarvatra Samana. God pervades every single atom of creation. This is why we keep telling you devotees, pray conscientiously, pray sincerely. If God in your thoughts, God in your feelings, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. But that is where God is not there. From our perspective, so we have fears, different fear. Some for couple, some for snake, some for cockroach, different thing. Different fears. Yeah? And we should be praying to God. Praying to God. Pray to God. Catch for one thing. Tamasha. This is why sometimes devotees, many people can get too close to me, These statements I make might be very harsh, caustic, causing problem because, you see, I'm not tolerating nonsense. Don't play games with devotion. Don't play games. And if you want to play games, this is the wrong place for you. This is the wrong man for you. Simple. So devotees, Kaushalyama, notice all this transition taking place. Right there, nobody else seeing, Kaushalya alone seeing. And it all depends on us, all of us. You can sit right here and get that darshan too. Right here is what you're doing. Devotees, let's follow. What did Kaushalyama say? Yagvalak Muni said, Bharadwaj, listen. Tarvishasi Shiva Chaturan Agamitarvishasi Shiva Chaturan Bahugiri Sairita Sindhu Mahikanam Kala karma guna dosha swabhavu Kala karma guna dosha swabhavu Sudekha jo suna nakaru Suna nakavuram Suna nakavu देखा जो सुना न करूं Anaginta Surya, Chandrama, Shiv, Brahma, Parvat, Nadi, Samudra, Prithvi, Van, Kal, Karma, Gun, Dosh, Svabhav, Ya Charat Dekhe, Jo Kabhi Sune Nahi The. What she saw, devotees, in that form that was transformed, as we explained before, countless universes, and therefore naturally she would see countless suns. We say we have one, we have 12 suns, Bhara, Aditya, countless suns. Countless moons, chandramas, yeah? Countless Shiva, countless Brahma, mountains. Devotees, put it simply, everything we see here, that we think this is it, there are countless such. Countless such. She saw time force, action force, negative forces, dosh, whatever, right? Swabhav, attitudes, all these things personified as principles. This is why when we are born, we have certain effects upon us. Because the principles are there. Even Sat, Raj and Tam, they're always there. All right? Mata Kaushalya saw all these in principle form, as we say. She saw all those things seen before, heard of before, and those things never ever seen before, nor heard of before. Mata Kaushalya saw that. Everything she saw. She was qualified to say that, devotees. She was qualified to say that. Now, if people could remember, when I did Devi Bhagwat, was last year, Nau Raatri, I think I presented the katha to you, where when Brahma and Vishnu, they wanted to have their fight and whatever else, something, let's put it simply, Devi appeared and said, Brahma, you create. Brahma said, what? Oh, mother, what can I create? But there's nothing to create. What could you katha? Huh? And then Devi said, all right, come. There was a chariot, an aerial chariot in which they all sat. And like a twinkle of an eye, speed, this chariot reached to another plane where what Brahma saw. Brahma saw whole creation. He saw Brahma there, functioning as normal. Vishnu Bhagwan and Shivaji, Brahma. If thy Brahma, then who are you? Now, this is very instructive, you know. Very, very instructive. That is Brahma, then who are you? Brahma confused. And I think I'm creating. When Vishnu Bhagwan and Shivaji, felt laugh as such, speed again, they reached under a plane, so to speak. There they saw a Vishnu. Vishnu carrying on Leelas. Then next you say, Vishnu, if that is Vishnu, who are you? And so they went up to where Shiva Lok, another place you see. They saw Shiva there. If Shiva is there, then who is the Shiva? How many Shivas are there? And remember that Katha takes us up where she went to Manidvip. And Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva transformed into women to enter into Manidvip. Symbolizing everything goes back to that state of energy. When you have Shiva lying down on the ground and Shakti standing on him, what that illustrates, that Shiva is the substratum and Shakti is the energy projected out of him. And what happens when there's Mahapralaya, energy goes back into Shiva. They coexist. State of nothingness. All this is positioning in Hindu philosophy, which you have to understand. So where does it begin? Where does it end? No beginning, no end. Therefore, no middle. So Mata Kaushalya devotees, seeing all this, she was very, very confused. Very, very confused. Everything that was seen before and never seen before. So devotees, Yagvalak says, listen, what else she saw?
सब विधि करी अति सभित जोरे कर थरी देखा जीवन चावे चाही देखी भक्ति की छोरे ताही देखा जीव न चावे चाही देखी भक्ति जो छोरे ताही जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय रघुराम जय परम धाम जय सुख धाम जय श्री राम जय हनुमान जय श्री राम जय हनुमान जय श्री राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय सिया राम।
देखी माया सब विधि गाढ़ी अति सभी जोरे कर थारी. All these forces in nature personified. She saw Maya, the Lord's delusive potency, in the form of a female. Hands clasped, trembling before the Lord, so to speak, trembling. Maya in fear of the Lord. And then what she saw? She saw that which frees the soul from bondage, that makes the soul dance unless there is bhakti. She saw bhakti, devotion personified. Bhakti is the one that frees the soul from bondage. Maya cannot come. To put it simply, devotees, where there is Maya, bhakti wouldn't come. And when there is bhakti, Maya cannot come. Now notice the difference. I use these words by mistake. Where there is Maya, bhakti would not come. Where there is bhakti, Maya cannot come. Cannot. So bhakti is what frees the soul. Maya binds the soul. So all the ignorance that we experience and so on, Maya is the cause of it. But Maya is like a dancing girl, standing in fear of the Lord. Bhakti devotees, comfortable, like the queen as we say. Mata Kaushalya She saw all that, all the powers, and so many things more otherwise. What was her response? What was her reaction on seeing these things? तनु पुलकित मुख बचन न आव, नयन मुनि चरण शिर नव। विस्मयवंत रामा विस्मयवंत देखी महतारी, भये बहुरी शशुरूप भिखारी। अस्तुति करी न जाय भय जगत पिता मैं सुत कर जाना। हरि जननी ही रामा हरि जननी बहु विधि समझाई, यही जन कहूँ कहसी किन जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय। बार बार कौशल्या विनय करे कर जोत, अब जानी कबहू प्यापे प्रभु मोहि माया दूर सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरण। कौशल्या का शरीर पुरकायमान हो गया, मुख से वचन नहीं निकला, नेत्र मूंद चरणों में शिर नवाया। माता की बुद्धि आश्चर्य युक्त देख कर श्री रामचंद्र जी फिर बालक रूप हो गया। कौशल्या से स्तुति नहीं करी जाती, भाई मान गई कि मैंने जगत के पिता को पुत्र करने जाना है। भगवान ने माता को बहुत प्रकार से समझाया और कहा, माता यह बात कही कहना मत। माता कौशल्या बारंबार कौशल्या जी हाथ जोड़ विनती करने लगी कि हे प्रभु, अब तुम्हारी माया मुझ कभी न व्यापे। प्रभु तुम्हारी माया मुझे कभी न व्यापे। Devotees, naturally, Mata Kaushalia's body quivered with divine ecstasy. Notice how it happened? She got in darshan. No? Then kachim power just no. Divine. Devotees. Words failed her. She couldn't speak. Speechless. Because you see, this is beyond speech. You have to understand what it's all about, devotees. Yeah? She closed her eyes, all she could have done, and she prostrated, overpowered by fear. Now, I just mentioned that the devotees don't have fear. But what is this fear we're talking about here? Is it normal kind of fear? Now, in the absence of a better word to use, let's follow what they say here. Astuti kari na jai bhai mana, jagat pita mai sutta kar jana. She couldn't pray. She couldn't pray because she's speechless. How she could pray? Overpowered by what she saw, this darshan. But what was her fear? Bhai mana. What was her fear? Jagat pita mai sutta kar jana. I'm thinking that the Lord of all creation is my son. So it's not really a fear, no? If you understand what I mean. I don't see stupidity. She thinking herself, no? But you know, sometimes you have this fear inside. How could I think that? How could I imagine? How could I ever believe that I am the mother of the father of all creation? It wasn't a simple fear that you fear this and you fear that. A different kind, if you want to call fear, in the absence of a better word. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, devotees. But you know what? I understand what I mean. So once I understand, it's okay for me. Yeah. How could I think that the father of all creation is my son? That was it. How could I think that? And think about what the kind of different thoughts will cross your mind. Stupidity, you know, there's ignorance. What? Maybe, did I overstep my limit? Many, many things could cross your mind, you know, devotees. Sometimes in life, certain situations occur. But someone, you know, who you close to, and this fear in your mind, you know, did I hurt the person? Did I? Think about it now. Personal experience. And if you can't think about that, then you're a very extrovert boy. Although nothing inside all your head. Which you need to do to go forward in life. Critical self-analysis. Need to do that. And then it is you can change. Bhagavan Krishna said, Valor is the conquest of one's nature. How are you going to conquer your nature if you don't do introspection? Not talk, no? Action. So devotees understand it's not the normal kind of fear we're talking about here. This is a different kind of fear, at a different level. Right? Not knowing what the outcome of this could be. How could I think that I am the mother of the father of all creation? And in this state of confusion, more than before. But just now she was saying only two Sri Ram. One eating, one sleeping. Then one sleeping had a laugh. And now what she's saying? Countless universes. Countless universes. Devotee, she was qualified for that darshan. Qualified. Remember, past life she was Shatrupa, performing tapasya. Nothing happens without a reason. You could want what you want. If you work for it, you can't get it. What is for you will always come. And here, devotees, that darshan was given to Kaushalya. Bhagavan wanted to impact upon her mind. I am that Supreme Lord. Now, a question just crossed my mind. I'm not going to answer it. I want you to try to give me an answer. Why Dasharatha didn't see anything? Why didn't Dasharatha see anything? Dasharatha was the father. And? Work it out. Or look at tell me tomorrow one thing now. I'll give you a whole week. You could tell me even Saturday night. I'll give you the next week Saturday to tell me. Let me hear what you think. If you're thinking. There's a good reason why. So devotees, Bhagavan Sri Ram then regained his ordinary form, seeing his mother in distress. And you know, this is a nice kind of distress. It just crossed my mind. Many of us cause our parents distress, you know. And when we cause them that distress, they get nervous breakdown. My mother wanted to kill me and bury me living. And she was so mad. Hard when you're small, no? I will kill you and bury you living. I think back that the problem I caused the lady. That I had to catch my tail a little bit too. You know? So devotees, we cause this kind of thing to happen to our parents. Sri Ram caused this consternation, whatever agitation, but for what purpose? To impact upon her mind, to lift her consciousness, as it were. It wasn't ordinary. And that pain wouldn't be forever. Just to impact upon her, and a rare, unique, one of the very few devotees who have ever got that darshan of Virat Swarup, the universal form. So Bhagavan Sri Ram, devotees, yes, he assumed his ordinary form, waking normal what? Now he talking normal? A baby, you know. Talking normal. Oh mother, whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard and experienced, don't tell it to anyone. Don't tell it to anyone. All right, devotees? So how come we know? How come we read it, all of we know? You see, when you read in scripture, you go to ask your questions. Those sound like a muk. Right? And anything, if you're analyzing, you're going to ask questions. You know, I keep saying, if Kaushalya Mata was told, don't tell anyone, how come all of you talking about it and all of you hearing? That's who listening. If you're not qualified, you can't hear it. No, I'm telling you that. You could be here, but you wouldn't hear it. Your mind distracted. Powerful, the Lord's Maya girl, boys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children, and others. Yeah, you see? So you have to understand, you have to qualify for it, be qualified for it. Yeah. But devotees, how Tulsidas knew all this to write it. How Tulsidas knew. And here, an answer is given. Guru Kripa. Through the grace of the Guru. If you are genuine Guru Bhakt, and the Guru must be not the different kind, Param Guru. Param Guru. You have different kind of Guru. 7 different kinds of Gurus. But the Param Guru, Vedari Guru Devaya Vidmahi, Param Guru Vedhimahi, Tanno Guru Prachodayat. The blessing of such a Guru qualifies you. You tap into the secrets of the universe. But you have to be a genuine Guru Bhakt. Genuine. Like Sutikshan Muni, Shivarima, etc. So devotees, Tulsidas was a Guru Bhakt. Great Param, great devotee of his Guru. And so he came to know of all this. So put it there. And those of us who listened to it, who assimilated, and we all would assimilate to different levels. We all know that. I don't tell you that. Some take it in more than some don't take it in at all. If you have Guru blessings and grace, you get to a higher level. If you don't have it, scratch. Devotee is Mata Kaushalya. Then she bowed to Sri Ram and she said, Prabhuji, recognize him to be the Supreme. Bar Bar Kaushalya, Vinay Kari Karajur, join both hands together, bowing to Sri Ram, praying, Abba Jani Kabahu Byape, Prabhu Mohi Mayatur. Do not, please Prabhu, don't let your Maya contaminate me at all. Free me from Maya. And be free from the bondage of Maya. Meaning what? I always want to be in devotion to you, attached to you. For there is none like you. There can be none like you. You are exceptional, one of a kind, Prabhu. Prabhu, tere charan kamal balihari. Prabhu, tere charan kamal balihari. Prabhu, tere charan kamal balihari. Prabhu, tumapi tumata vishwa vidhata. Tumapi tumata vishwa vidhata. सब जीवन हितकार प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी. प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी. रचना सारी अचरज भरी. रचना सारी अचरज भरी. सब जग पालनहार प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी. प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी. प्रभु घट घट गामी अंतरयामी. घट घट गामी अंतर्यामी सकल भुवन आधार प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु ब्रह्मानंद सब सुख कंद ब्रह्मानंद सब सुख कंद सुन लो मेरी पुकार हाँ सुन लो मेरी पुकार प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी कमल बलिहारी प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु प्रभु तेरे चरण कमल बलिहारी प्रभु तेरे बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय. Devotees, the Lord's Maya contaminates every one of us. And so, bhakti, what Yashoda Maya really asked here for bhakti, akhanda bhakti, yeah, para bhakti. If Maya must never contaminate me, Lord, then that bhakti must be with me for all times. And you always in my heart, always. And devotee, this is for all of us. You understand this katha? It's not a case of just God, countless universes and so on. From our perspective, God pervades every single atom of creation. He is here. I'm in Him, He's in me. Do I feel Him? Can I feel His presence? If not, why not? Why not? I could go wherever. If that change doesn't take place internally, I will never find Him. Never. Never. So remember, I use the analogy, each of us is like an onion. And every day that passes by, we try to peel out the outer layers. We have physical, astral, causal body. Annamay Kosh, Pranamay Kosh, Manumay Kosh, Vigyanmay Kosh, Anandamay Kosh. That is not who we are. Aham Brahmasmi. Everything we are doing, if you understand it, is to peel out the outer layers so I can find that divinity. He is everywhere. But I need to intensify my effort at finding Him. So devotees, if you understand that in itself, a lot of problems in our lives that we call problems will be moved. Nothing to worry about. Leave everything in the Lord's hands. I surrender to you, Lord. And if I surrender to that, Lord, you bet anything, whatever happens is to my benefit. Never ever otherwise. Never ever otherwise. So this is the solution to life's problems and devotees. Solution to life's problems. Surrender to the Lord. He knows. He takes care of everything. Don't only say it and talk it. Live it. Live it. And when you say you surrender, bet anything, time and again, tests come. You really surrender or you talking only? When the tests come, then you know whether you pass or you fail. Whether you're talking only or you really surrender. We can't fool Him. The devotees' internal journey. So this Katha, devotees, tells us a lot of things, right? And it's up to us to follow and feel the presence of divinity as we continue to worship. I want to conclude here. Before we conclude, the devotees, when we start up, we do Sumiran. Isn't that so? Yahi Sumirata Siddha Hoi, Gananayaka Karivar, invoke all the persons of all the devatas. This is why I keep saying, when we sit to pray, it's not just empty temple so. You put divine energies on all sides. And this is why I keep saying, once people can make it to the place of devotion, better there than watch it on YouTube. But if you really can't because of circumstances, not poor excuses, then watch it on YouTube. But you won't get everything there. When you're here, all these senses are impacted upon. On YouTube, only your eye and your ears. And sometimes in between one only. Because you're hearing by your seeing. You're seeing and you're hearing. There's a difference in the devotees. There's a difference. This is why the scriptures say, Eka ghari adha ghari. So now we did invocation. So if I invited all the devatas and I know what I did. So now we have to send them back. As we say. Right? Visarjan. Visarjan. So I want to do Visarjan for Ramayana Katha. Right? And this, you listen carefully to what we're singing here in the devotees. I won't explain it tonight to take up too much time. Right? But Visarjan is very, very beautiful, very powerful. Katha Visarjana hota hai. O Hanuman ji suno veer Hanuman. Katha Visarjan hota hai. Finished? Ram Lakshman Janaki Sada Karhu Kalyan. May Sri Ram Lakshman Sita always be kind and compassionate, favorable towards you. I mean all of us. Yeah? That's just one verse. Every night I chant maybe a verse or two.
विसर्जन होता है सुनो वीर हनुमान राम लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करू कल्याण एक घड़ी आधी घड़ी आधे मह आध तुलसी संगत साधु की कटे जन जहाँ से आए कथा सुने मन लाए अपने अपने धाम को विदा हो हर्षाए देवता सब आसन गए शंभु गए कैलाश रामायण मम हृदय आय करू दंडवत प्रभु सन तुम ही कहो कर जो बार बार रघुनाय कही सुरति करावो बार बार वर मांगहु हर्षि देह श्री रंग पद सरोजन पायिनी भक्ति सदा सतसंग राम लक्ष्मण जानकी भरत शत्रुघ्न भाई कथा विसर्जन कर तू ईश ही शीश नवाय ईश ही शीश नवाय ईश ही शीश नवाय.
There's one line I want to put to you again. बार बार वर मांगहु हर्षु दे श्री रंग पद सरोजन पायिनी भक्ति सदा सतसंग. When Bhagwan Shankar prayed to Sri Ram, when Sri Ram was coronated, Jai Ram Rama Ramanang Samanam, bar bar varamangahu. And all the holy ones otherwise, they prayed in this way. Again and again, I seek this boon from you, varamangahu. Harashi Dehu Sri Rang. With a happy, pleasing mind, grant it to me, Lord. Pada Sarojana Payini. I want to have that devotion to your lotus-like feet. Never ever to move away from there. Never ever. Bhakti Sada Satsang. Always be Bhakti, Satsang, the right environment, that my mind is molded in the right direction. Oh Lord. Bar Bar Varamangahu. Harashu Desi Rang. Pada Sarojana Payini. Bhakti Sada Satsang. So devotees, all this, notice Padaviti saying so. Devta sab asan gai shambhu kai kailash. All the devatas have gone back to respective places, Visarjan. That means we have invoked their presence here. This is why I'm saying in a place of devotion, don't play the fool. Don't. You get strapped. So by the end of it, devatas have asan gaye. All the devatas have gone back. Shambhu gaye Kailash. Shambhu has gone back to Kailash. Right. I'm going to pray Ramayan Mama Hriday Maha. The other katha we have heard, let it be in my heart. Let it be in my heart. Don't just throw it away. Come, oh Ramayan. The book itself, the essence, dwell in my heart. Dwell in my heart. And devotees, as the devatas who all sent back to their respective places, so too, everybody will go back to their respective abode. Jo jahan se aaye ho, katha suni manalai. Those who have come from wherever you have come, listen to the katha. Apne apne dham ko. You have to go back to your respective abode. Vidahu hodishai, with a joy in your heart. If you listen to katha in the right way. If you put a heart in it, the joy comes. Joy comes. You see all these things here? It all illustrates the attitude we need to have in satsang itself. It's not a joke, devotees. It's not just going through motions. It all has to do with the right attitudes. And if the right things are done, miracles occur. Miracles occur. So we have performed Visarjan. We do it again tomorrow night, hopefully, if the Lord allows it. So at this point, devotees, we will proceed to conclude, fix up for the final havan. And while the final havan is being done, devotees, well, let's join together to glorify the divine. Simple Kirtanam. Ram Ram Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahima Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahima Krishna Krishna Gopala Vasudeva Pahimam Atulita baladhamam Hanumat pahimam Atulita baladhamam Hanumat pahimam Ram Krishna Govinda Hari pahimam Durga Lakshmi Shai Veda Sarva Devi Pahimam Hara Hara Gangadhar Neelakancha Pahimam Hara Hara Gangadhar Neelakancha Pahimam Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahimam Ram Ram Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahima Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahima Ram Krishna Govinda Hari Pahima Ram Krishna Govinda ओम गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा, गौरी माता स्वाहा, पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा, पंचलोकपाल देवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा, सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा, ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा, ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा, ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा, महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः स्वाहा, ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा, ईश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, परमेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, शीतला देवी स्वाहा, महाअन्नपूर्णा देवी स्वाहा, मंगला देवी स्वाहा, चंदी देवी स्वाहा, मनसा देवी स्वाहा, ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देव्यै स्वाहा, श्री तारा देवी स्वाहा, श्री षोडशी देवी स्वाहा, भुवनेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, छिन्नमस्ता देवी स्वाहा, भैरवी देवी स्वाहा, धूमावती देवी स्वाहा, बगलामुखी देवी स्वाहा, मातंगी देवी स्वाहा, ओम श्री कमला देव्यै स्वाहा, हेमावती देव्यै स्वाहा, सिद्धेश्वरी देव्यै स्वाहा, कल्याणी देव्यै स्वाहा, कौमारी देव्यै स्वाहा, सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा, सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा, इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा, कुलदेवाय स्वाहा, अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा, ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा, इतकरम प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा. 5 times again, Vashti. श्री वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा, 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा. ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा. Wash your hands in the thali. Please all stand, devotees. We concentrate on Bhagwan Shankar, Purnahuti, Om Namah Shivaya, repeat in your minds. Pick up the leaf to offer the final offering, yeah. Stand up, yeah. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayubhavaya cha Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Shivaya cha Shivtaraya cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Achman. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang cha Maya Dattam Grihitam Purushotamaha ब्रह्मग्नये नमः. आचमनम समर्पयामि. बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय. रामायण आरती. While आरती is done, we'll pass the आरती around. Everybody join. आरती श्री रामायण जी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की. कीरति कहलित लित सिय प्रीति. गावत ब्रह्मा दिक मुनि नारद. गावत ब्रह्मा दिक मुनि नारद. वाल्मीकि ज्ञान विशरद. शुक सनकादि शेष अरुषारद. शुक सनकादि शेष अरुषारद. सञ्चत भवत शम्भु भवानी सन्तत भवत शम्भु भवानी अरुघत सम्भव मुनिरेज्ञ व्यास आदि कवि पूग बखानी व्यास आदि कवि पूग बखानी काकभूषुण्ड गरुड़ कीर्ति चारे वेद पुराण अष्टादश चारे वेद पुराण अष्टादश छहो शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन तन मन धन संतन की सरवस तन मन धन संतन की सरवस सार अंश सहमत सबकी करिमल हरनि विषय रसकी की कलिमल हरनि विषय रसकी की सुभग सिंगार मुक्ति युवती तरनी रोग भवभूरियमी की अरनी रोग भवभूरि अमी की तात मात सब विधि तुलसी आरती श्री रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कली कलित सिय की जय श्री राम हरि जय श्री राम Jai Shri. The devotees, as we conclude Mahamantra, feel the presence of that Master. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhi Prabhu Trividha Tapa Nivaram He Vibhu Aja Janeshwara Yadava Pahima Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Pratidinam Kushalam Jai Mangalam Pratidinam Kushalam Jai Mangalam. Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Dhwaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatanam Hari Avahanam Na Janami Na Janami Visarjanam Pujang Chaiva Na Janami Chammitang Parmeshwara Om Gacha Garsura Seshta Swasthani Parmeshwara Yata Brahmadayo Devas Tatra Gachutasana Om Labhasteshang Jayasteshang Kutasteshang Parajaya Esham Indi Varshamo Hridayastu Janardana Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kascha Dukbha Bhavet Om Mantrihinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Ganeshwara He Parameshwari He Sadashiv He Janardan He Kapishwar He Agnishwara Yat Pujitam Maya Deva He Devi Ma Paripurnam Tadaskume Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasuma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Gachatvam Bhagwan Agni Swasthani Kundam Bhajyata Hutam Adaya Devibhya Shigra Dehi Prasidame Brahm Agnaye Namaha Om Tvameva Mata Chapitaha Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Bole Shri Rajanand Swami ki Prabhu Shri Ramachandra ki Umapati Mahadev ki Jai आशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जाए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जाए बोलो भाई सब संतन की जाए बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु. Blessings to all. Kindly be seated, devotees. Hi devotees, so let me say blessings to all of you. Those of you who have joined us here today, those of you who have joined us online, those of you who may join us on IETV, blessings to everybody, and we invite you to join us again as service continues tomorrow. We start at 6 o'clock our puja, Ramayana Katha discourse to end at this time. On Saturday is Ram Navami, and we are going to begin our puja at around 4:30 in the evening. So we do normal puja, Devi puja. So offerings we make to Devi. Those of you who, Ashtami actually starts tomorrow closer to midday time and goes on till Saturday morning. So by Saturday midday time, Ashtami finish early. So what we are doing, we are incorporating our Durga puja to Saturday evening. So we'll do Devi puja. That's Navami, the final day, final tithi Nau Raatri, so to speak. And Navami is when Sri Ram manifested himself. So we'll be doing Sri Ram puja, and we also have decided to do Sri Saraswati Mata puja for those children who are doing exams. So also Kanya puja to conclude in Nau Raatri. So we start at 4:30, and those of you can prepare yourselves who will make offerings. I suggest you make offerings to Durga Ma. It's only a suggestion. If you prefer to offer only to Sri Ram, it's your choice. No problem. But I suggest we worship the Devi. Offer. Lapsan Sahari, whatever you can afford to offer. So we conclude our devotions Saturday evening. And for those of you who are going from the 9 days, actually, The Navami Tithi is finishing Sunday morning, just before midday time. So if you want to conclude, you can offer your final dhar Saturday morning, Sunday morning, do your havan and so on, you can conclude. Or you can conclude it Saturday night. It's up to you. Choice is yours. Okay? So this is what we have for the next 2 days, and we invite you to join us in this wonderful journey. And devotees, we're preparing ourselves because next week Saturday, another auspicious day. Hanuman Baba, Pawan Putra Bajrang Bali. So we prepare ourselves. The journey continues. Okay? So we look forward to seeing you. Refreshments have been prepared for all. So you receive your refreshment prasad on your way out. Let me say blessings to Vashti and Vicky, well, he's here. Blessings for having performed your devotions today. And listen carefully to what I said. I know you did. Okay? Put the Lord in front. Have no fear. The Lord said, why fear when I'm here? Blessings to you and keep the journey going. So devotees, see you tomorrow, hopefully. Stand up, Vashti, and just tell everybody Sita Ram. Jai Sita Ram. Blessings. Achha.